G'day YouTubers and computer nerds, Loke here. So in today's video, I'm going to be doing a tutorial and arming you with the knowledge on how to build, assemble and put together and take apart a CPU water block, specifically EK's Supremacy water block for AMD's AM4 CPUs when they release. Now, I know this is early, I know AM4 hasn't released yet and you guys are like, what the hell, how can this be even possible? The reason why I'm cheating is because AMD probably won't release, or AM4 won't release in Australia, probably 2 to 3 weeks after America and Europe get it. So everyone will have already done this video and I'll have missed out. By the time my video gets onto YouTube, people won't want to watch it. They'll already have received it from bigger YouTubers. So I'm cheating. I don't care. Whatever. So the first, look, parts that you need. Okay, you're going to need mounting brackets. Now, AMD or EK have already released an AM4 backplate and mounting plate. Now these come together like that in one package for $9 here in Australia. It might be cheaper in America and Europe. I don't know, don't care. But in Australia, these are $9. So backing plate, mounting plate. I'll get to them in a minute. That rubber grommet there is purely for AMD. AM4, AM3 Plus, AM3, AM2, AM2 Plus for NOM, Athlon, whatever. That grommet there works for all of them. These don't. This is specifically only AM4. Okay, next thing you're going to need is your EK water block, which we have here. So there's the bottom of it, copper plate, which is the cooling bit. The top, which has got an inlet and an outlet. So that's the outlet there, that's the inlet. Okay, now the thing that this is interesting because I have this water block is the EK Supremacy MX purely for AMD, but I've found in my 6 months of water cooling that these are actually quite universal. I have taken this apart and reassembled it for an Intel. This is an EK water block for AMD that has internals and mounting for an Intel water cooling build. So I've already undone the screws there, as you'll see, to, again, more cheating, to help me so I didn't have to sit there with the Allen key. There's the plate, okay? Those fins, they're fins, copper fins. Don't bend them. That there, this is inside an AMD water block. That there is an Intel 1155, 155, whatever, I don't care. Jet plate. That right there, that there is an Intel 2011 insert. Where'd the other bit go? Oh, there. Okay. So that's the internal. Oh, that bit there, that's the mounting plate for Intel. This bit here is universal. Okay, it works with Intel and AMD. It sits inside here, like so. This is a plastic insert. Sits on top of that. Oh, hang on. Does it go like that? Oh, no. Ah, okay. Yep, there we go. Okay, so that goes like that. Is that right? Yeah. And then that sits on there. Look, when you get it and you buy this and you do this, you'll see what I mean. But so, that there, okay, this bit here, see how it's got this cutout here? This cutout goes at the opposite end, so it sits in there like that. And then it just slots in and it's got groove to sit in there and won't move. AMD jet plate for AM3 and pretty much all of them. It's got little notches here on top of the plastic, and you just sit it. There you go. So that top is AM4 ready, and AM3 and Athlon and Pentalon and whatever else AMD had before that. I've only been using AMD since FX. That's, well, what am I grabbing that for? Okay, whoops. This is the important part. These fins here have to sit horizontally on top of this plate. You cannot sit those fins vertically like that in line with that slot there. You have to, they have to go horizontally. So that's horizontal. So how it is there, just fold this over like so and sit it on top. But you're gonna need this mounting plate, AM4. Okay, there it sits on top of there like that. This needs to be straight. Okay, so there it sits. Again, this, sit it on top like that, and then take the screws and then just make sure you can find the hole. That's what she said. And that just, they just sit in there like so. And they just screw in. I think that's enough. I'm not going to do it all the way down because I've got to disassemble this again anyway. Okie dokie. So there's your water block, all assembled, ready for AM4. Okay. What next? So, back to what I was saying. Backing plate, okay, this side here is smooth and there's indentations, right? These indentations here, I'm not sure if they're for anything. They might be for like some of the little bits that sit on the back of the motherboard, but there's like, so there's this side, which has got, you know, the hump there from the indentations, and then the edges, it's got edges, right? So you want this soft bit here. This will sit. Now you just have to imagine, because I don't have AM4 yet, this is your motherboard, there's your backing plate, rubber grommet goes before, goes like that, okay? Sits like that. Just pretend this is the motherboard. Bang. Then, okay, so pretend this is your motherboard. There's motherboard, CPUs here, backing plate. This is the water block. These pins that come with the EK, okay, so imagine the water blocks like that. These sit here like so. And then you'll sit this down on top of the motherboard, right? Like that, see? Oh my God, like that, okay? So then this, your CPU, this surface here is going to contact with your CPU. And then we'll line this up with that hole there. Okay, you know what? That's going to screw down. Actually, you know what? That'll be a bit easier. That's going to screw down like that on top of that. Where'd the other ones go? So yeah. There's your backing plate, okay? Like that. There's your backing plate. Imagine this is your motherboard. It's going to sit in between here. It's got the CPU installed. And then along comes the water block. And you just sit the water block on top of that. Okay. And then like so. See that? So in between these two things here will be the motherboard and the CPU. That will contact with the top of the CPU to take water away. That'll be on the back of the motherboard, so that that'll be like that. Then you take these springs. This will all come with an EK water block kit, okay? You don't, like any kit. You know, I have recently upgraded to the Evo Supremacy from the MX, and I can honestly say that I've probably got, from the MX to the Supremacy, I mean, they say margin of error, but I'm looking at probably 2 to 3, possibly even 3 to 4 degrees Celsius difference in idle and load temp. So I I don't know. I don't know if I'm just, I don't know what, you know, it's, but I definitely don't regret buying the Supremacy. Okay, so these here will come with the and then you'll tighten them down like that. Okay, finger tight. Don't take a, don't, you know, get like a rubber glove for extra grip and, you know, mash them down, because you'll crack your CPU and break things and you'll cry and it'll be terrible. There you go. That's it. That is an AMD AM4 water block installed and looking sexy, ready to get some cooling and what have you. It's as easy as that. Like, it's, you know, I hope it didn't look too complicated in this video. It really isn't. It'll come with an instruction manual. It's literally, it's just, you just got to be careful of the fins, and you got to just, you know, take your time and do it all properly. It's so easy. Like it's, I don't even, I mean, it's not easy for your first time. Like, if this is your first time doing water cooling, you're probably going to have a hell of a time, and you would have been better off spending the money to get someone like me, or, you know, Jay's 2 Cents, or whoever else does water cooling on YouTube, getting them to do it. But you know, that's pretty much it. It's so simple. 4 screws, backing plate, block with a mounting plate, and install it. It's seriously, like, you know, your motherboard will be already in your case laying down, so you'll lay it down. Then, you know, like, let's pretend this box here. So let's pretend this box is the motherboard. You'll just, and it's sitting in the case, right? So there's your motherboard sitting in here. You just lift it up off the back. You take your backing plate. Why didn't you do this before, Luke? Okay, so you saw how I unscrewed that and took it off. Just imagine this is your AM4 motherboard with a CPU. I don't have a marker. This is the CPU side. This is the backing plate side. Backing plate, rubber grommet, pre-installed screws. You'd never handle a motherboard like this, but there you go. Okay, so they come through there like that. There's your backing plate with the rubber grommet. Actually, that's good enough. I don't use rubber grommets anyway. So along comes the water block. Kapow. Maybe not. Kapow. Come on. Oh my god, you are going to be difficult, aren't you? Yep, there you go. Boom. Backing plate, water block. Underneath that water block, right there where my finger is, oops, will be the CPU. Sit on top of there like that. Springs. God, it would have been easier if I'd just done this in the first place, wouldn't it? Bloody hell. Okay. Nuts. Don't you give me lip. Okay. Boom. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. There is your AM4 motherboard with a AM4 CPU sitting in between it, with a fully customized EK AM4 water cooling block ready for a water cooling loop. It is that simple, honestly. Like, water cooling for your first couple of times is difficult. Make sure you measure twice and cut once, honestly. Like, actually, you know what, that's going to make it sound really daunting. it is a challenge for your first couple of times water cooling, but like I'm on my 3rd and 4th go. I'll be on my 4th when AM4 comes out. And if it were that much of a challenge, I wouldn't be still doing it. I'd just buy a Noctua D14 air cooler because they're probably the best air coolers that money can buy. But that's pretty much it, guys. There's, you know, your imaginary AM4 motherboard with a CPU. There's your EK water block and backing plate. It's that simple. Like this video is probably because I've rambled on. It's like a 25-minute video. If you just head down, bow up and do your work, it takes you like maybe 10-15 minutes, if that. Then your tubing and your placement of your radiators and whatever. It's that simple. So again, sorry for cheating and getting this video out there first, but like I said, I probably won't receive AMD motherboards, or we probably won't receive AMD motherboards here in Australia and CPUs till 3 or 4 weeks after AMD have released it. So sorry I had to cheat, but stiff shit. I don't think I'm forgetting anything. It's pretty simple. So with that being said, I'm going to get out of here and go and dream about AM4. Looking really forward to it, let me tell you. I've been using FX for... Well, here I go rambling again. Anyways, till the next video. See you next time.